Welcome back, y'all. Let's finish reading this story. Assassin named Dowd. Let's see. The earliest stories tell of a gang killer without mercy, moving among the shopkeepers and city watch officials of Dunwall like a reaper through wheat. Then a period of silence followed. Years, we now believe, he spent traveling the Isles, studying anatomy and the occult in the great halls of learning and in hidden basements, frequented by fellow dabblers in the forbidden arts. Dowd is even purported to have spent a winter in the Academy of Natural Philosophy itself, and for a time, before a schism developed, he counted the Brigmore witches among his allies. All the while he honed his craft, and it is during this time that we believe he began to consort with the outsider. New reports emerged of a dusky-skinned assassin paid by the elite to eliminate their rivals in Dunwall and in the other major cities across the Isles. Those who saw him and lived numbered in the handful, but all of them reported something strange. He appeared and vanished like smoke from a nearby rooftop. He gestured, and a noble woman stumbled from her balcony, falling to her doom on the cobblestones below. More recently, as this new threat of plague has risen in Dunwall, Dowd has been seen leading a gang of men in dark leather, dressed as factory whalers in their vapor masks. They seem loyal beyond comprehension for one so unworthy, leading me to wonder if some of his magic is dedicated to lulling their minds, enslaving them. Only a month ago, one young girl claims to have come upon a strange scene. Carrying a bottle of milk home to her crippled brother, she was taking a shortcut through the tailor's district. In a narrow street, she passed beneath a window and heard unusual sounds from within. Pushing aside the ratty curtain, the girl saw into an abandoned apartment, used by miscreants for gambling and trading haberweed. An occult shrine had been erected against the far wall, which she recognized from the teachings given by her local overseer. A man she described as resembling Dowd was kneeling before the shrine, muttering to an unseen spirit as if in argument. He took a carving, made of pale bone, from the altar before him, and the lights all went out in a gush of unclean wind. Quiet as a field mouse, she slipped away, running until she reached her home. There can be no doubt. Dowd is an agent of the outsider, and must die, for there is no limit to the evil this man might do. This is my solemn oath and the great purpose of my life. Until Dowd is dead and his corruption has been purged from the world, I will continue to move among the depraved, winding my way toward him. I will not drop my guise or don my overseer's mask again until Dowd breathes no more. I think that might have been the guy that killed the queen. There's another one of these, but I think what I'm going to do is open it and just leave it on the screen for a bit. Wait, that's not viable because I have to scroll down in order to read it. I'll just do this one more thing. Excerpt from the personal memoirs of Hiram Burroughs, dated several years earlier. This is the 4th day, month of high cold. Progress continues on the suppression of gang activity in the distillery district, but more slowly than I'd expected. The ruffians operating there have been cunning. I'll grant them that, but it's only a matter of time. I'll see their leaders flogged in public and sent beneath the royal executioner's blade. If I had my way, that mute bastard would be working night and day, removing the heads that need removing. Internally, the Empress does not seem pleased with my investigations. It seems that it is beyond her thinking, against her very nature as a trusting person, to believe that traitors move among us, but I know they do. They must. I don't know, dude. Maybe she just thinks you're overzealous. No, Jessamine would rather spend her time with the royal protector. At least he's likely to stop any immediate threat to her safety, but a strong arm is not what's needed against those who would undermine us. How will Corvo's sword stop a poisoned wine glass or an explosive delivered by courier? It will not. There are many threats around us, threats requiring meticulous efforts to police. Young Lady Emily is undisciplined, I'm afraid. Here within Dunwall Tower, she receives instruction from the finest tutors known in the Isles, yet her mother spoils her, and she spends most of her time lost in imagination, wasting her time drawing or asking Corvo to teach her to fight with wooden sticks. The girl might rule the empire someday. Every moment spent at play is a moment wasted. Again, she's like 10, come on. Shoring up security for the main gate leading into Dunwall Tower has been another pet project of late. To think that back in his day, Emperor Caldwin left it open to the public during the day, allowing anyone to come and go as they pleased. If it were up to me, I'd seal off access to the streets entirely, but the Empress won't hear of it. The water lock is much easier to protect, and if it were the only way into the tower, traffic in and out would be greatly reduced. Someday the wrong person's gonna slip in and will suffer for it, mark my words. No amount of security is excessive when it comes to protecting heads of state. The Empress also disapproves of my plans for the Sokolov devices. Sokolov himself has no interest in security, of course, but he is vain and therefore keen to see his inventions deployed in any fashion. This wall of light he's been tinkering with has promise. In any case, at least I was able to convince the Empress to upgrade the pistols carried by the officers of the Watch. Why do I worry so when no one else seems to care? If I ever fall asleep, will it all sink into the ocean? Will the rough things clamber over the walls and fill themselves on our flesh? This is what I see in the same dream several times each month. If only I had more say in things, more authority, I could protect us all. Perhaps I've been working too hard. Dinner and evening of conversation with a certain lady of refinement might be in order. Perhaps somewhere nice in the estate district. Hiram Burrows, Royal Spy Master. Looks like there's a rune somewhere about.
Someone in the basements below. Hound kills Hound, and money changes hands. Such laughter, and they're singing the old songs.
Should I clear space for Sam?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh,
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder?
deals are made here. Sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife.
Here it is. God damn it. Here we go. The powers you obtained from runes can be used creatively to defeat enemies or move through the environment, blink from roof to roof, possess rats and fish, or slow time before rushing a group of enemies. Sounds cool. How many runes do we have, though? Oh, everything costs like 2 or 3, and we only have 1. Well, shit. Back to the main mission. see what Admiral Havelock has to say.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is
You're not
clear.
wrong.
We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Caldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece.
Sounds like a plan.
Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you.
Her being alive would certainly aid in her recovery.
Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the How Pits.
Will do. Except from a letter of public concern by anonymous authors. What you've read here is the truth, regardless of what you'll hear from the, quote, authorities who rule over us. It is not a matter of coincidence that the formal, quote, royal spy master is the one who stepped in when the late Empress fell. We, who will remain nameless, believe that these events are interconnected. The signs of oppression are all around us. The Sokolov designs, originally intended to provide light and warmth in our homes, have been turned against us as a means of inspiring fear and controlling our movements through the city. And where did this plague originate? Some say it was imported. A wild theory? Perhaps. One of our members risked her life to obtain an internal report from the government, which we will be printing and sharing soon, called The Exquisite Tallboy, extolling the virtues of this newest member of the City Watch. To those in the streets below, these virtues are horrors, spread by stilted thugs who rain down fire on the sick and the poor. To these eyes, the Tallboy is another government bully armed with incendiary devices, thickly armored, and standing high overhead, looking down at the common people of the city. We now know that the Tallboys are heavily drugged, imbibing a substance that renders them resistant to pain, but also dulls whatever empathy they might normally possess. Exquisite? We think not. Copy these words and share them with your neighbors. And remember, when the tides are lowest, the truth will be revealed.
Oh, Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista.
Hey,
I
what's
work
up?
here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're
problem.
going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man.
Yep.
There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
Yep. I'll try to save your Uncle Jeff.
Just wondering, sir, if you thought about perhaps seeing Piero before venturing into the Overseer's nest. I'd recommend going with the best gear you can get together.
Okay. Where is he at?
What can I do for you?
Buy some spiritual remedy. Some crossbow bolts. bullets. Spring razor, a trap that can be placed on nearly any surface. Sounds dangerous. I'll take 5. A spring razor trap can be attached to any surface by aiming at it and pressing L2. It will be triggered as an enemy approaches it, throwing a cloud of shrapnel. Ooh, a rewire tool. Rewired walls of light, arc pylons, and watchtowers will harm your enemies instead of you, while rewired alarms will be fully disabled. Take 5 of those. And I think we're done here. Oh, okay. Crossbow with some sleep darts. I bought 10 sleep darts. Ah, here we are. Trying to do a non-lethal run. Okay, old man, you happy now?
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Let's go then. The Abbey of the Everyman is a dominant religion across the Empire. Sounds populist and possibly authoritarian. High Overseer Campbell. High Overseer Campbell leads the city's militant religious faction and is a close ally of the Lord Regent. Campbell's completely corrupt and holds a secret to Emily's location. Infiltrate the office of the High Overseer, steal Campbell's journal, and eliminate him. An ally to the Loyalists, Martin is being held there. Free him and allow him to escape.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory.
Sounds
There are the
ominous.
real odd birds living on the fringes like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. Don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
It all sounds pretty shitty. Let's save our game in case we fuck up really egregiously. Come back here later in case something goes wrong.
It's nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep them in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
Oh, fuck me.
All these rats crawling all over everything. Good. Keep them coming. Hey! What is it?
I think that last one was moving.
What?
Yeah, the little one.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
We'll make it 3 more months.
Well, he ain't moving no more.
1, 2, 3, heave!
Attention Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond.
Such regret, I'm sure.
In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary. Our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their services.
I'll find you. Got you now. Someone help me
Oh,
out.
Jesus Christ. Good thing about 10 of these things.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The following businesses have been closed and impounded by the state due to contamination. Barrow's Barbershop and Surgery, the Duke and Dancer Ale House, Merritt's Printing Firm, Pennyworth's Tack and Saddle Emporium, and the Smoke Street Dice Hall.
I know you're here.
Mm.
You won't stay hidden for long.
I'll stay hidden for as long as I fucking want.
Can't stay hidden forever.
Oh,
Note to Sergeant Hayburn. Sergeant Hayburn, all the Wall of Light components have been delivered to your station and are expected to be functional before midnight. You've also been provided with several spare whale oil tanks should the need arise. Last, it's come to my attention that various watchmen continue the adolescent practice known as rat burning. Remember, whale oil is not cheap. Please keep your men under control. Captain Colonel. Play your way, pathways. You can get past this wall of light in a number of ways. Disable it by removing the whale oil tank, climb up the crates to the right and use the roof. Find another path by following the streets to the right. Possess a rat and use the small tunnel to the left. I think I'm gonna climb over the wall just to be stealthy. Blink! Thought maybe this vision mode would mark enemies, but apparently not.
better make a pass over here. Seen anything scary?
Shut up.
I'll find you.
We know you're here.
Oh shit, what did I do? God damn it.
Nothing after all. Slipper. Check everything. I know you're somewhere around here. You won't stay in for long.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. John Clavering Boulevard has been designated a restricted travel area. Any citizens are liable to search or imprisonment at the discretion of the City Watch.
I love these things. Apparently I only have 2 of them left. Shit.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary. We owe our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their services.
Oh, okay. Blink. Is there a way up and over? Thought maybe there was. Mother's Journal, 8th entry. It is the 4th day of the month of rain. Morse is sick, and so are the children. I have avoided it thus far, which is good fortune, since it has fallen on me to care for them. 9th entry. The city watch comes and goes, knocking on doors and asking for signs of plague. Even our neighbors cannot be trusted. Earlier it was difficult to keep the children quiet. Now they sleep most of the time. 10th entry. The flies have set in. I try to keep them away, but I can barely get close. They sting so. Most of the time, Morris won't answer me when I try to talk to him from across the room. 11th entry. Morris is gone. I know not what I'll do. For now, my hope is reserved for the children. Leaving the flat for a while near dawn, I found some plague bags from a guard booth while no one was around. It took a while, but I got Morris into one of the bags. At least his face is covered. 12th entry. Young Robert has passed. The star of my sky is gone. Page missing. 17th entry. Elise stopped breathing in the middle of the night. She was such a headstrong girl. I can hardly believe she was overcome. She was always near as I cut up hagfish or vegetables, arguing with me about everything. 18th entry. It is the 4th day of the month of wind. It has settled in that they are lost to me, all of them. I cannot bring myself to call the dead counter. 19th entry. I have the fever now. No guards come near anymore.
Oh, you don't want to talk to us like that.
Fact is, Bottle Street is here to take its cut. So reach into your pockets and let's get this done.
Yeah, and the inspection fee. We can't help it. Just the way we do.
Get back.
Fuck both of y'all.
Come on, let's get this guy.
I owe you, brother. I want to ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was, at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
Alright, if I need to buy anything, I'll come by your shop.
Huh?
All these rats crawling all over everything.
Let me know if you want to take my patrol. Well, is it on?
What's it look like?
Blow off, Hayburn.
Go on. Toss the damn rat already.
Never gets old.
Pricks.
No, stupid goddamn. Somehow.
Go to sleep. Looks like that other dude's nowhere to be found for now.
could be bad. Oil must be done. Stop you in the river.
Oh well.
Assassin! Take it.
Corporal Meadows, we found this strange rune on the woman who used to sell pastries up the street. Not sure how she died, but since the thing looks superstitious, we set it aside for the overseers. After your shift is over, take it to them for disposal, or what do they do with them? Don't forget. Nope. Mine. Wait, let's see what our options are. She must be in Holger Square then. Save your game often. Well, no shit. Thanks for the advice. Trying to find where Granny Rags is. Those fucking guards are probably going to respawn. Oh my god, load. There we go. She's a ways back.
Attention, Watchmen. This district is now considered a highly infected area. Residents are to be escorted to adjacent or delivered for immediate deportation to the flooded district. Remain in position until qualified personnel have completed the removal of infected bodies.
Garbage, 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 garbage. All of it.
Hi.
Just garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. All of it. I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen.
voice sounds familiar.
Dear? Is that you, my dear husband? My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies? The dear things must be starving without their granny. Here, birdies.
I haven't seen any birds, but I'll be on the lookout.
Oh, my. I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not the way I used to, not the nice ones. I hear them, and they're not very polite ones either. Granny Rags, let us in. Well, they'll go away again if they know what's good for them. But what a bother. Here's the key to the front door, love. You'll see to those ruffians, won't you?
Sure. I'll murder some criminals for you.
Let us in, Granny.
Hi!
What you looking for? Come on!
Granny. Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you. I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come.
Well, thank you.
I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen. I think the little birdies are sad today.
Long ago, Granny Rags danced at court.
I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen.
Joint.
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family, but an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting.
And
Then,
I bet you had something
she
to do
made
with
a
her fall
different
from
choice.
grace.
You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
Oh, I'm gonna kill him, but not for you.
Yes, I will.
See, bend time. Slows time for a short duration. Level 2 completely stops time for a shorter duration. You move normally. Sounds pretty cool. Some time slowing abilities. Or shall we wait for possession? Or upgrade blink? Decisions. I think we'll wait till we have a few more runes, actually.
Oh no, that's not a nice thing. Just garbage.
I thought I already collected the gift.
Garbage. All of it. Granny. come out with me instead? Granny, 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 you can't because you're dead.
Okay.
I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that slackjaw is the worst of the lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale.
Ooh, cool.
Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard, or at least he used to. Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious. But they're shy. You'll have to go, or they won't come.
I think we'll get back to killing the Overseer.
Want to look at some of the things I found? Good prices, I swear.
Could use some elixir. Even though it's a bit pricey at the moment. Healthy.
Huh?
Fuck.
Get around him!
I hear the second day is when the skin really starts to come all the way off. Is that true? Or is it the itching that really gets you? Or the rats?
Jack.
Psst, Corvo.
You'll never find out.
Overseer Martin.
Corvo, now I knew you'd make it. What a sight you are in that mask. I know who you are and what you're here to do. And I can help. Unlock me and I'll buy you a drink in a couple of days. By the Void, I'll buy you 100 drinks. I have poor circulation and I seem to have forgotten my mittens, so I'd appreciate it if... Feels good to stand up straight. Thank you, Corvo. What you're here to do tonight is of the highest importance. We've got to find Emily, so kill Campbell and make it quick. Once it's done, search his body for the journal, his notorious black book, and get out of there. Campbell is meeting with a guard named Kernow, and word from my informant is that Campbell is going to poison him. Maybe you can use that to your advantage. All right, I won't be of any help here, so I'll make my own way back to the Hound Pits pub. If I see Samuel the boatman, I'll tell him to pick you up in the backyard, behind the office of the High Overseer. May all the spirits guide you, and may our enemy's head hit the floor without you taking a scratch.
Thank you, Martin. We'll save the game right quick.
I was just reading in the archive about the Heretic's brand. It sounds painful. Have you ever seen the ritual?
I've never seen the Heretic's brand used. No, it's a rare occurrence. But I did spy the face of one somewhere. A former member of our order, of course. Out on a retreat, we passed through a fishing town and saw him begging.
What were his crimes?
Who can say? The brand is reserved for an overseer, or even the High Overseer himself, who violates our codes and must be cast out permanently. Remember the 7 strictures, and you never need worry about such matters.
I will, brother.
Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight?
Chances are very good.
Guards, to me!
God
Watch
damn
out.
it.
Oh, you're gonna bleed!
Whiskey for a week if you kill him!
I need more men! I'll feed your heart to the hound. Die!
Once they are brought here, they never leave. The overseers always find the good they see.
Maybe I should just embrace the fact that I'm no bloody good at stealth. There are many pathways to your missions. Front streets, alleys, windows, rat tunnels, rooftops, and waterways. Experiment with different ways to reach your goals.
Quiet night, is it? Not on Bond Street. What I hear is I hear guards. are bad. Could the city get any worse? Yes, of course.
Shit. See if we can track where he's going. Not in his field of vision yet. Stay behind him, stay behind him. Yoink! Come on.
It's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap.